Do you ever feel completely lost and you feel like you don't have a sense of direction in your life? Without a clear understanding of your authentic core values and what is truly important to you, it is impossible or it is difficult to set goals or make decisions or make some choices. Just like how lighthouses guide ships and keep them safe, our values can guide us and show us the right path, the right way to go. Hi, this is Muthukumar Jairaj. In this video, you're going to learn how to find your authentic core values and stop living the life that others have shaped for you. Okay, now let's go deep and find your core values. Why finding core values are so important? Okay, now before going into the concept of how to find your core values, let's have a look at why finding the core values are so important. Do you find any difficulty in decision making when it comes to a career or relationship, or do you lack congruence in what you want and what you do? You want something, but you try to do something and you end up something, right? So if you face that kind of difficulty in your life, then this is the question that you need more clarity on. Why finding the core values are so important? So with the help of this question, why finding the core values are so important, you are going to get a clear idea of what happens if we find and follow our values in life, and what happens if we do not find and follow our values in life. Values help you remind what's important to you. See, only when you're clear, or only when you're aware of what is more important to you, and only when you prioritize, and you will be able to say no to things, right? So you will be able to say no to things which are not aligned with your vision or which are not aligned with your goals or whatever. Okay, let's say career and relationships, like decision making in career and relationships. For someone who is moving into a new relationship, or for someone who is coming out of a relationship, or someone who wants to stick to a career path or change to another career path. So particularly in this case, values will help you make decisions and make sure that you're in alignment with your path. And also values alert us about the opportunities. When you're so clear about what is that you want and what is that truly important to you, you will be able to identify the opportunities immediately. Like as soon as it appears in front of you, you will be able to know this is what I want to do. And also values help you live authentically. See, every human being have a different set of values. Like throughout their life experiences, they might have formed different set of values and beliefs, right? So on that case, if two people value learning, they are similar to that value. Like two people value learning, one might value learning about the space science, whereas the other might value learning about the astrology. So obviously our values and beliefs will be more specific to each and every human being. So one who discovers that his core values, his unique set of values, his authentic values, obviously he'll be able to find his purpose as well. And then what values are and what they are not. And most importantly, everyone should know what values are and what they are not. There might be a confusion between values and beliefs, and values and attitudes, and even values with goals. See, mostly we confuse values with social idealism. Like if I ask you, what are your values, and what comes to your mind? Honesty, trust, or faith? What comes to your mind? And even for some people who are more religious, some religious beliefs might come as well. Like people should be honest, and also a good person goes to church, mosque, or temple. These actually don't reflect your values. Actually, these are idealisms, and they are mostly like built on I should, or I have to, I must. So this is not values, and these idealisms don't reflect your true driving forces that leads to your whatever the decisions or feelings or whatever your actions. It will not lead you. What will lead you is values. It is all about I love to do, and I wish to do, and I want to do this. So these are the values. True values are a kind of an internal compass which keeps on push you towards something which is truly inspiring for you. If you think of any activity or any place or any relationship, and if you think like I love to be with them, and I want to spend some time in that place, or I wish to accomplish this particular activity, and if you say like this, then those are your true values that truly inspire you to do something or to be with someone or to accomplish something. For example, if you get inspired each and every time when you learn something new, like new tools, new concepts, new techniques, so each and every time you get inspired by learning something new, in the sense lifelong learning could be your value. So it's an activity that inspires you. Difference between values and goals. One should be clearly aware of the difference between the goals and values. Values are not something that you can achieve it, and it's not an end goal to achieve. You can use the values to set your goals. Let's say we discussed about lifelong learning as a value. So if lifelong learning is your value, you cannot achieve that. It's a process, it's a continuous process. So that is what we call it as values. So now we are clear about why finding the core values are so important, and also what values are and what they are not. So now let's go and explore this topic, how to find your authentic core values. Okay, let's start. Define what is important to you and why. Okay, now just answer these three simple questions. Just ask yourself, what are the most important things in my life, and who are the most important people in my life? And finally, if you can describe yourself in a single word, what that would be. Okay, you can take some pen and notepad and you can start writing for this question, what are the most important things in my life? And I don't want to give any examples to you to come up with some answers. Maybe I'll put it in this way. What is the one thing, or what are the few things that you will never get compromised for anything or anyone when it comes to your life preferences and priorities? So while answering what is the most important thing in your life, and also why it is more important, so these both will give you some clarity on your values. Okay, and then who are the most important people in my life? You may say your spouse, your kids, or even your parents. Just ask yourself when you write down, okay, my spouse is important, in the sense, and why you say he or she is important. That's the question. And you may come up with like, she is loving and caring. If you say parents, you may say that okay, they are very supporting. So write down why they are so important. This will give you an idea about your values. And if you can describe yourself in a single word, what that would be. Okay, just imagine this way. You own a business, and also you have a family and children, and someone comes and asks you, who are you? So if you say I am a father, see, even though you own a business, and you didn't address yourself like I'm an entrepreneur, you said I'm a father, which means you value a family and children much more. And but if owning a business is what something you value more, and you would have definitely said I'm an entrepreneur instead of saying I'm a father. So like this, if your highest value is something into writing or painting or some creative stuff, definitely you will say I'm an artist. So like this, people will say different things like I am a basketball player, I am a beautiful woman, I am a great leader, I am a great lover, or I am a traveler. So like this, whatever you most value determines who you are. Reflecting on the childhood experiences may also help you find your core values. So think about some major experiences, some life-changing experiences, or some events that happened and which had some significant impact on your life. Just write down the details of the experience, like what exactly happened and who was involved in that event, and also how you felt at that time, and consider what you learned from that particular experience or event, and just think of how it changed your life and how it shaped your life, or what kind of impact it had on you, and also think about who you are as a person today, like based on those incidents, and what kind of a person you became. So write down all this and look for any patterns or any kind of themes or any values that emerged from that experience, such as being optimistic or being empathetic or being authentic. It could be anything. So if you find any values like that, just reflect on those values, and like how it impacts your current life and how those values shapes your decisions and actions in current life right now. And also, while you are reflecting on those values, just you can share your reflections with others, like your friends and families, and to get some different perspectives from different persons. You can share it to your coach or a counselor in your sessions also, to gain a different perspective from some kind of an expert, right? Go and share it and gain some different perspectives about your values. And third exercise, reflecting on your decisions. Just now we had a reflection on our values, childhood experiences, but specifically we are going to reflect on our decisions that we made in the past. Just think of some major decisions that may be related to your career or relationship or business, whatever it is. Just think of some major decision that you took and which went wrong, and maybe something went right and something went wrong. Okay, take one example for each, one for wrong decision and one for right decision, and then think what happened, and most importantly think about why you had taken that particular decision. So what was the reason behind it? There might be a reason, and it could be of two perspectives. You wanted something and you took that major decision, and probably you did not want something, so that's why you have taken some other decisions. And the decision that you took of wanting something, so that reason could be your values, and the decision of which you took of not wanting something, so that reason could be, the straight opposite of your values. So this kind of reflection will give you a clear perspective of what your values are, and you can give your own name for that particular value, or you can check out the value words list from Google. Okay, hope you all had a wonderful brainstorming exercise about finding your values. So it's always important to set goals that align with your core values, and don't forget to check out the other videos that posted already to achieve your success on fast track mode. Just click on the link below to join our private Facebook group and stay connected.